Thank you for joining us for this segment of Gardening in Florida for Volusia Magazine. My name is Brittany Council-Morton. I'm the Urban Horticulture Master Gardener Coordinator for the Volusia County Extension Office. Today, I'm joined by 3 of our Master Gardener volunteers, and we're going to walk you through gardening in Florida. So, Miss Julie, can you please tell us what does gardening do for you?
It gives me a chance to give back to the world. I feel like I'm doing a little bit to help out with everything. So I work here at the Agriculture Center, trying to make the landscape more beautiful for everybody to come and enjoy. We try to plan for wildlife because, with the county growing more and more all the time, that's one thing I really devote a lot of time to is working here. Another thing that I really enjoy and feel like I'm making a difference in the world is working at an elementary school with the first graders, doing a vegetable garden. We teach the children how to plant seeds, how to plant plants, to fertilize, to harvest, and they also get the benefit of actually sampling the food there.
Our next question is for Charlotte Minor. As we know, Florida is a subtropical state. However, we still have guidelines on vegetable crops that can be planted at certain times. For those watching who may be unaware, what are our growing seasons here in Florida?
Well, right now we're in the cool season, which lasts until about March, sometimes into April or May, depending on the crop. And those are cauliflower, broccoli, lettuce, carrots, onions, radishes, just lots of different things, leafy vegetables. And they like the cool weather and they can withstand a little bit of a frost. Come March, we will probably have our first warm season crops. And those are the tomatoes, peppers, eggplant, squashes, green beans, all of those things grow at that time. And we have a popular veggie sale coming up in February for people to buy starts to plant in their garden at home. The hot season, the summer, not very much grows. It just gets too hot.
My favorite.
But you can grow okra, Mary's favorite.
Yeah.
Okra, field peas, a few of those things, but the tomatoes will fade out. Sometimes peppers will make it through the summer. Ours did out here, but they're not going to be very productive. We then have another warm season starting in the middle of August, September, where we plant the tomatoes, peppers, squash, eggplants again. And those are starting to fade off now because we had them, we harvested them, and the plants are dying. And then we start again with the cool season.
Mary Wright, what would you recommend for folks that want to garden with limited space?
First thing I recommend is come out here to the Agriculture Extension Agency and look around our grounds because we have every example of what you can do in a very limited space, whether it's a little space right outside your front door, or a balcony on a condo, or just a very small backyard. We recommend containers, but think big. Think if you can get as big a possible container, not a little tiny pot. Plants need room for their roots. And don't overplant. You don't want to put 45 cauliflower in one pot.
Right.
See it. So you want to make sure that you have enough space for the roots.
Okay. And another thing too, with a container, you can always move things. Maybe the sunlight has changed directions.
Or there's a freeze coming.
Yes.
Now, if there's a freeze coming, you could put the container on wheels. They have these platforms you can sit your pots on and just wheel them in
to the garage.
Your living room.
So we have a lot of unique, innovative ways that homeowners can still do what they love, gardening with limited space. So I think that's kind of cool. And I want to thank you guys for joining us today as we were able to talk about gardening in Florida and different techniques and methods and identifying what's the growing season, because a lot of times folks come to Florida and they think since it's a subtropical area, you can garden all the time. We have some limitations on that, but I want to thank you guys for joining us. And our big plant fair will be Saturday, March 19th, a month away, when we'll be doing all kind of plants that we have available for the public. So stop by and see us if you have any questions.